James Robert Harrison is 21 years old. He's from a small town in Indiana, drafted in 1951, assigned to the 7th Infantry Division. His fiancée, Mary, is waiting for him back home. They're supposed to marry in June 1953. Right now, James is standing in line.
Next.
A medic hands him a small white tablet. "Take this before patrol," the medic says. "Keeps you sharp." James swallows it. He doesn't ask what it is. Soldiers don't ask questions. The pill is dextroamphetamine. The military calls it Dexedrine. Chemically, it's nearly identical to methamphetamine. The government has been testing it on soldiers since World War II. James will take this pill every day for the next 18 months. By the time he comes home in 1953, he won't be able to sleep without it. By 1955, he'll be injecting heroin to come down from the speed. By 1958, he'll be dead in a VA hospital parking lot. Mary will never understand what happened to the man she loved. The government does. They've known since 1951. The Korean War begins in June 1950. Within months, American soldiers face a brutal reality: rotating shifts, sleep deprivation, sub-zero temperatures, and an enemy that attacks at night. The military has a solution. It's in a bottle. Dextroamphetamine sulfate, 5 milligrams, standard issue. The Air Force gives it to pilots on long missions. The Army gives it to infantry on night patrols. The Marines hand it out before beach assaults. Nobody calls it methamphetamine, though that's distributed too. The official term is performance enhancer. Soldiers call it go pills. Some call it what it is: speed. In 1951, a typical infantry soldier might take amphetamines 3 to 4 times per week. Some take them daily. A few take them multiple times per day, especially during winter operations, when staying awake means staying alive. The pills work exactly as designed. Soldiers stay alert for 36-hour shifts. They don't feel hunger. They don't feel cold. They march through blizzards without complaining. They're perfect soldiers. The cost becomes apparent later. In rear areas, in Seoul, in Busan, in the recreation zones of Japan, soldiers discover something else. The locals sell heroin. It's cheap, it's pure, and when you've been awake for 3 days on government-issued amphetamines, heroin is the only thing that lets you sleep. This is how the speedball is invented, not in American cities, in Korean War barracks. Amphetamine up, heroin down, the perfect cycle. Military psychiatrists document this in reports marked for official use only. The reports note rising addiction rates among servicemen. They note the combination of stimulants and opiates. They note soldiers who cannot function without both. The reports recommend reducing amphetamine distribution and establishing treatment programs. The recommendations are ignored.
By 1952, the addiction pattern is clear. A soldier takes Dexedrine during combat rotations. He develops tolerance. He needs higher doses. When he rotates to rear areas, he crashes. Profound depression, exhaustion, inability to function. He discovers heroin. It smooths the crash. It makes the world tolerable again. When he returns to the front, he needs the amphetamines again, but now he's dependent on both. Private First Class William Chen, 23, from San Francisco, describes it in a letter home that his mother keeps for 40 years. "They give us pills to stay awake. Then I can't sleep for days. Then they give us other things to calm down. I don't know what's happening to me anymore." Chen dies in 1954, 2 years after returning home. The death certificate says accidental overdose. His mother knows better. She tries to sue the Veterans Administration. Her lawyer tells her there's no case. The government provided legal medical treatment. The horror isn't just the addiction, it's what the drugs do to the body under combat conditions. Soldiers on amphetamines don't eat properly. They lose 20, 30, sometimes 40 pounds. Their teeth rot. The drug causes dry mouth, and in freezing Korean winters, men don't maintain dental hygiene. They develop heart arrhythmias at age 22, at age 19. They experience psychotic breaks. In 1952, military psychiatrists document cases of amphetamine psychosis among soldiers who've been taking the drug for extended periods. Hallucinations, paranoia, violent outbursts against fellow soldiers. These incidents are classified. The official line is that combat stress causes psychiatric casualties. The role of amphetamines is not mentioned in public reports. Some soldiers discover an even darker solution. They begin injecting the amphetamines directly. This requires crushing. The armistice is signed in July 1953. The war ends, the pills don't. Soldiers return home with habits they can't break. The Veterans Administration sees the pattern immediately. In 1953 and 1954, VA hospitals across the country report unprecedented numbers of young veterans seeking treatment for nervous disorders and sleep disturbances. The internal VA memos use different language. They say stimulant dependence. They say narcotic addiction. They say dual dependency syndrome. These memos are not shared with the public. When journalists ask about veteran health issues, the VA discusses readjustment difficulties and combat fatigue. Thomas Edward Kowalski, 24, from Detroit, enters a VA hospital in November 1953. His intake form notes he's been using military-issue stimulants since 1951 and heroin since 1952. He weighs 134 pounds. He weighed 180 when he enlisted.
The VA offers him 2 weeks of detoxification. Then he's discharged with a pamphlet about healthy living habits. 6 months later, he's found in an alley behind a pharmacy he tried to rob. He needed anything: Benzedrine, Dexedrine, even codeine. Anything to stop the shaking. The police report calls him a drug addict veteran. It doesn't mention who gave him the drugs first. His wife, Catherine, is 22 years old with 2 children under 3. Thomas's military pension stops when he's arrested. Catherine works as a waitress. By 1956, she's living in her parents' basement. By 1959, she's given up her children to an orphanage because she cannot feed them. Thomas dies in prison in 1961. The cause is listed as complications from pneumonia. His medical file, obtained decades later through Freedom of Information requests, shows advanced liver disease, chronic malnutrition, and damage consistent with long-term intravenous drug use. He was 32 years old. This pattern repeats across the country: Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, small towns in Iowa and Nebraska and Tennessee. Young men come home gaunt and shaking. They cannot sleep. They cannot work. They drift toward whatever substances are available: alcohol, pills from sympathetic doctors, street drugs when legal options run out. Their families watch them disappear in slow motion.
In 1955, a Navy psychiatrist named Dr. Robert Payne submits a classified report to the Department of Defense. He's been studying Korean War veterans at the San Diego Naval Hospital. His findings are specific. Of 847 veterans he evaluated, 312 show signs of substance dependency that began during military service. The most common pattern is stimulant use during combat, followed by opiate use to manage stimulant withdrawal. Dr. Payne's report includes a recommendation. The military should establish a formal tracking system for all soldiers issued amphetamines, provide mandatory addiction screening before discharge, and create long-term treatment programs for affected veterans. The report is stamped confidential and filed. No tracking system is created, no screening program is established, no treatment programs are funded. Dr. Payne submits follow-up reports in 1956 and 1957. Both are classified. Both are ignored. In 1958, he stops submitting reports. In an interview given 40 years later, shortly before his death, he says, "I told them exactly what was happening. I gave them numbers. I gave them names. They already knew. They'd known since the war started." The numbers, when they finally emerge through declassified documents and Freedom of Information requests decades later, are incomplete. The military didn't track amphetamine distribution with precision. The VA didn't code addiction cases by cause. But researchers pieced together estimates from hospital records, death certificates, and VA disability claims. Conservative estimates suggest at least 15,000 Korean War veterans developed substance dependencies directly linked to military-issued stimulants and subsequent opiate use. Many thousands more experienced addiction-related health problems that shortened their lives. The actual number is likely far higher. Many veterans never sought treatment. Many died without their addiction being documented. Many were simply labeled alcoholics or drug addicts without any notation of military service. Nobody was ever held responsible. No congressional hearings were held. No military officers were disciplined. No pharmaceutical companies were questioned about their role in producing and distributing amphetamines to soldiers. The practice continued. During Vietnam, the military distributed 225 million amphetamine tablets between 1966 and 1969. The same patterns emerged. The same addiction cycles developed. The same families were destroyed. James Robert Harrison comes home to Indiana in September 1953. Mary is waiting at the train station. She barely recognizes him. He weighs 142 pounds. He was 185 when he left. His hands shake. He cannot look her in the eye. They marry anyway in October 1953. Mary thinks love will fix him. She thinks time will heal him. By 1954, James is taking pills he buys from a contact in Indianapolis. By 1955, he's using heroin. Mary doesn't understand what's happening. James won't explain. He can't explain. In 1956, Mary finds him unconscious in their bathroom. The ambulance takes him to the VA hospital. They keep him for 10 days. They give him pamphlets.
Mary gets pregnant in 1957. James promises he'll get clean. He tries. The withdrawal is too much. He starts using again. The baby is born in March 1958. A boy. They name him James Jr. James Sr. dies in November 1958. Mary finds him in their garage. The coroner's report says accidental overdose, heroin, and barbiturates. Mary is 26 years old with an 8-month-old son. She never remarries. She never talks about what happened to James. When young James asks about his father, she says, "He went to Korea. He never really came back." She keeps one thing, a small white tablet she found in James's coat pocket after the funeral. She doesn't know what it is. She keeps it in a jewelry box for 43 years. In 2001, when she's dying of cancer, she shows it to her son. He's 43 years old. He's never understood his father. She hands him the pill and the letters from the Army Medical Corps. They gave him this, she says, the government. They told him it would help him fight. They never told him it would kill him. Young James has the pill analyzed. It's dextroamphetamine sulfate, 5 milligrams, standard military issue, manufactured in 1952. His father was 28 years old when he died. He'd been home from Korea for 5 years. The war was over. The pills weren't. Mary Harrison dies in 2001. At her funeral, her son meets other children of Korean War veterans. They share stories. The stories are all the same. Fathers who came home different. Fathers who couldn't sleep. Fathers who took pills. Fathers who died young. Mothers who never explained. Families who carried shame instead of understanding. The government never apologized. The records remained classified until the 1990s. The full scope of amphetamine distribution during the Korean War is still not completely documented. Your grandfather might have taken these pills. He never told you. Now you know why.